Cutting tiles can seem daunting, but it's much easier than you think. When you're tiling your bathroom, there are a few different scenarios that require a few different methods. So let's take a look at the options and run through some top tips. If you need to trim a tile down to size and only need to use one straight cut, a manual tile scribe is your best bet. Once you've measured and marked up, place the tile under the blade and score along the top. Depending on the scribe you have, you won't need to use too much pressure. Then pull the lever at the back towards you and snap it in two along the score line. A manual scribe can be used inside as it doesn't create any dust in the cutting process. For more complicated or intricate cuts, you'll want to use a grinder. This includes any instance where you'll need to cut a section out of your tile to create an L shape. It's important that you hold the grinder tight at all times and make sure you're confident using it. When using a grinder, it's best to work outside as it can create a lot of dust. You should also wear the correct PPE, including gloves, a face mask, and eye protection. Now start by cutting in the middle of your marked line and drop cut as you get closer to the corner. Then make cuts around an inch into the edges and work towards the ones you've already made. This all helps to prevent the tile from snapping. Now clean up the corner with the grinder, sandpaper, or a diamond blot to get a smooth 90-degree angle, and sand the raw edges by hand. This is especially important for tiles that might be more exposed or cleaned more often. For smaller notches, you can also use a grinder and just cut from the edges. If the tile you're cutting is smaller, it's a good idea to clamp it down so it stays put. If you're tiling a bathroom, you'll probably need to cut around the odd pipe and fitting. For a semicircle shape like this, use your grinder to create notches up to the marked line, then using the edge of the cutter to break the notches off in the shape of the semicircle. Then to clean up the cut, use the edge of the blade to smooth out any rough parts, or you can also hand sand it with sandpaper. For smaller pipes that sit right in the middle of a tile, you want to use a drill and hole cutter. Attach a diamond tip hole cutter that's just larger than the diameter of your pipe and push down where you've marked the cut to go. Use water and a sponge as you drill, as this will keep the drill cool and prevent the tile from chipping. And that's it. Now you know how to carry out a range of cuts that you may need when tiling your bathroom.